going to show you how to make, or how I make, a homemade dog food for my dog. Usually I go with just like a bone-in chicken, like a breast or leg quarter or whatever. But every once in a while I like to kind of mix it up, give him a little bit of variety, and give him something that doesn't involve a lot of work, I guess, for him. Which really, I mean, being able to chew bone and stuff like that, that's natural for him, it's good for him. But every once in a while, something a little easier, something like that, that's takes less time to mess with. I mean, it takes time to make it, and once you make a big batch, you can, you know, it's easy enough just to throw it in his pan, and there you go, he's ready. So, what I've got is 2 1 1/4 pounds of chicken gizzards and hearts. It's a little mixture. And as you can see, got them at Kroger, they're $1.49 a package, which is pretty cheap. And then I also got about 1.25 pounds of chicken livers, which will be good for them too, and that's $1.49, so it's pretty cheap. And I'm going to add in about a half can of cooked spinach. That's mainly just for fiber. You know, it's kind of like if a dog was out in the wild, like say there's a wolf, is out in the wild eating on animals, eating on prey, then how much fiber would he get out of his food? Get possibly whatever little contents there is in their stomach, which could be vegetable matter and stuff. Hence the cooked spinach. And then I've got some quick oats, just dried quick oats that I can put in it too, and that's for a little bit of fiber too. So I get started. I'm going to put that in the sink for a moment. Put one of those in the sink for a moment. And all I've done is I laid out parchment paper on my countertop. And put one of these up. Okay. Trash can. Still a little froze. I just got it from the store, so just put it right there for now. Throw it away. I need to take my trash out anyways. Anyway, just break it up into pieces. I've got freezer bag I'm going to be putting all this in once I get done. That way I just keep it in the fridge, keep it ziplocked in the fridge, and spoon it out to them, you know, a little at a time. Give it some ice. Yep, and he's watching me. Max is standing down here underneath me. What are you doing, Dad? What are you doing, Dad? I think he knows I'm making something for him. Okay, there goes that. Now, I'm going to go ahead and open up the next one, second one. So I'm making a big batch, so I have a batch that lasts for a while. I mean, I'm hoping this batch will last about, I'm hoping maybe 2 weeks, a couple weeks. And like I said, it may not be the only thing I feed him, you know, through the week. I may switch off. One day feed him when I'm preparing here, The next day, maybe give him an actual chicken breast or something. So I could stretch out even further than that. And it doesn't, you know, you keep it in the fridge, it'll keep for a while. And it doesn't matter if it gets a little bit spoiled. You know, if you have, you know, a little left after a long time, and it's kind of gets to stinking, smelly and stuff. I mean, it's not that big a deal. Dogs have a hell of a lot better constitution than human beings do. Their digestive system is a lot shorter, a lot simpler, and a lot stronger than ours. So it doesn't hurt for them to eat, you know, any kind of bacteria or anything, because that's they're like, their stomachs are like garbage disposals. We can eat about anything. So, and since it's a raw diet, you know, there may be a possibility of like salmonella in it, which is not a problem for dogs, it's a problem for humans. So as long as I wash my hands right, I'll be okay. So that won't be a problem at all for the dog. Okay, so now, put this up. And I'm only going to use one thing. This is so juicy for what I'm going to use it for. I need to drain it a little bit. So I'm going to get some of it drained out in the sink. Because all I want is the livers. I don't want a bunch of the juice and crap. So let's sit that in the sink. Get them out with my fingers. Kind of spread it out there a little bit. It's kind of a little redundancy, but these are, gives it a little different textures. You got kind of chewy textures from the livers and the gizzards and the packs, and then you got the kind of soft, meaty textures from the livers in the bowl. Some of these bowls. So it's messy, but it's worth it in the end, because you got a good, end up with a good source of food for your dog. Press this out of there. Don't need all the juice. Now I'm just going to kind of mix it all together here. I'm just doing it on parchment paper. I mean, that way it's easier to clean up. I'll still wipe down my counter and all that stuff, because you've got to be careful when it comes to salmonella, when it comes to people. For as long as I've been doing raw diet for my dog, I've never had a problem with getting salmonella myself, because I've been smart enough to clean up after myself really damn good after I'm done. So, and that's the main reason why a lot of veterinarians will not suggest raw diet for your animals. And that's because it's a human health issue, not a pet health issue. Dogs and cats both do not suffer from salmonella. There's no problem with it at all. In fact, cats need raw meat a whole lot more than dogs do. It's because cats do not create their own taurine. I believe that's what it's called. That dogs do, but still it's good to give them a little more, but cats need it a lot more than dogs do. So next one I'm going to do is, let's see here. First I'm going to wash my hands real quick. I'm going to open up this can of spinach. I'm only going to use half the can of spinach, because the other half I'm going to use for a dish I'm going to make for myself. So I want to make sure I don't contaminate it. my spinach. And what I'll do is drain it. Get as much of the water out of the spinach as I can, because you don't need a bunch of water in it. Just makes it real sloppy, messy. Okay. That up. Now what we'll do is just kind of let, get about half of it out of there. It really doesn't even have to be half. Set that aside. Okay, now I got my spinach, and I'll do the same thing with it. Get it spread around. Like that. Get it mixed. Mix it good. And you can use like ground chicken for this if you wanted to. But you know, some places don't even carry ground chicken, and places that do, a lot of times it's pretty damn expensive. Why, I don't know. I mean, just chicken by itself, bone-in chicken, or boneless chicken for that matter. And boneless chicken is a little more expensive. But, you know, bone-in chicken is usually pretty inexpensive. You can get like I said, you can get a 10-pound bag. I've said it before, you can get a 10-pound bag of leg quarters from Walmart for like $8. Better yet, I get chicken breasts bone-in with the bone in. I can get a pack of frozen chicken breasts from Kroger, and there's usually about 9 breasts in a pack, in a bag, for about $4, $4 or $5, depends on, you know, if it's on sale that week or not. Okay, so I got that all mixed in. I'm going to rinse my hands off again. Just a quick rinse, don't have to use soap or anything. So I only use these for this food anyway. Sprinkle some oats. Don't take much, it's probably good enough. Sprinkle on all the food. On the mix. Then you just knead it all together. As you see, it still made a mess on my counter, but you know, the parchment paper helps a little bit. Instead of just doing it right on the bare counter anyways. Okay, just like that. Okay. Rinse my hands off one more time. Rinse them off. Mess off of them. Now, just take my freezer bags, and I usually use the gallon size, 20 in a box. I just start putting it in here by the handful. Sit in the sink. And just drop it in there. Like I said, this gives Max a good variety of textures. You got your hard textures from the gizzards, and then you got your soft textures from the livers. There you go. Just like that. Just make sure. And then you got, you know, got all the fiber the dog will need in there. Actually, probably a little more than he needs, but you know, it's all good. And there we go. We got it all packed up in the freezer bag. And you just put it. I usually just put it in the bottom of my refrigerator and just keep it there. You know, when I need it. So that's it. Oh, one more thing. Okay, one thing you want to remember when preparing food like this is when you feed it to them, when you make it like this, there is no calcium in it at all. There's no bone or anything in it. So what I do, usually what I do is I'll get a bottle of calcium pills. And you want to make sure you get calcium pills that do not have D3 in it. A lot of times if it has D3 in it, it'll say on the front of it, of the label, but if it doesn't say it, you still want to check the back of the label and make sure. So you want it without D3, just calcium. And what I do is I just buy in a store like this, in the bottle, take it home, pour a little bit of hot water in it, close the lid, and then shake it up and let it sit, and it eventually just it breaks up. What it does, the pills break up and stuff, and it becomes liquefied. So, and what I do is when I feed him a little bit of this and put a little bit of this in his food bowl, which I use a steel food bowl, a metal food bowl. Don't use plastic. Even if there's a lot of places that sell plastic dog dishes as water dishes or food dishes, and there's a lot of indications now that could be possibly causing like cancer and stuff like that. Because the food sits in the bowl long enough that plastic leaches into the food, supposedly. I don't know if it's true or not. That's just what a lot of tests have been coming up with. So I'm not taking a chance. But anyways, I put in his bowl, and then I'll just open this up and pour a little bit onto his food. I mean, it don't take much, but like I said, I'll feed him this kind of stuff one day, and then maybe the next day I'll feed him an actual chicken breast, and then the day after feed him this, or just kind of mix it up a little bit. So, and changing the food up this way, it's all raw diet, whether it's a chicken breast or this kind of thing or any other kind of thing, raw hamburger, raw chicken, whatever. It doesn't hurt the dog to change up their food day to day or even week to week. Okay? It's only that shit that they make in the store, that they sell in the store, all the dog foods that they sell in the store. If you have a dog eating one certain brand of dog food all the time, and then you suddenly change them over to a different brand, it's going to fuck up your stomach. So you got to gradually change them. But to me, I don't even fuck with that, because it's all shit. All that garbage they sell in the store is junk. Even the ones they have in the freezers that say, oh, it's a raw diet, it's a natural diet. Yeah, it's got a bunch of vegetables and shit in it that the dog don't need. So, and all the preservatives and all that other shit. This way, it's a more natural, it's basically what they would eat if they were in the wild. So, alrighty, thank you. Thanks for watching. Okay. Here's an example. So this is the bowl I use. It's like a big pan they feed him with. And I've got just food in there. Put a little bit of that in there. Like I said, I got the calcium. Liquefied calcium, and just pour just a little. It don't take much. Just like that. That's all you need, pretty much. And I just kind of Mix it up. I know it doesn't look very appetizing to people, but you know, this is not about you. It's about your dog. There's Max. So hi, Max. He's gonna eat his food I just prepared for him. So I'm gonna set it in here. There he goes. You gonna eat? Yeah. There it goes. Good stuff, Dad. Say, Dad, why are you looking at me? Don't look at me. There he goes. Yeah, for some reason he doesn't like to eat his food in his bowl. He'd rather eat outside the bowl. He still has a piece of chicken breast there that he hadn't finished from his lunch. But I just leave it in there and let him eat it. He'll eat it. Eat stuff. Max approves. So I approve, Dad. He's a good boy.